We need a sporting director. If we don't get a sporting director, this manic will continue because it's evident that we don't know what we're doing. Bowley's on one page, Tuchel's on another page, and now we have Sevilla's chairman, Monchi, their sporting director, coming out and telling us that we walked away from the Kounde. Yes, we walked away. Not that Barcelona was his first choice. We walked away. Let's get into this. Welcome to the Kavkas View, guys, and welcome to Keeping Up with Chelsea's Madness. Listen, if you thought keeping up with the Kardashians was hard, it's even harder keeping up with Todd Bowley and Thomas Tuchel's antics. And in this video today, we are going to be talking about what is going on with the club. Number one, Kounde, what happened? Monchi has an exclusive where he spills all like a glass of wine, he dashes it all over and leaves a stain. Number two, Broja's in the squad against the game for Udinese tonight, and Michy Batshuayi and Ross Barkley get left out. Harvey Vale and Billy Gilmore are in the squad. What? How does that make any sense? And then finally, Tuchel is the man to be taking us forward. And I'm going to give you guys the statistical reasons from the last 5 years where goals against and clean sheet, the way that we've progressed, the way that we've developed is there to see. And I will give you the numbers to back it up, and I'll explain to you what targets that I would set for the team to go forward to next season to ensure that we finish minimum third and we stay competitive closer to the end than we did last year. Let's get up with this video. It's a big one. It's a busy one. I know you'll enjoy it. But before we get started, I know you guys love this content because you guys watch continuously. We consistently hit 7,000-8,000 people watching, and that is blowing my mind. So I need you guys to help me get at least 1,000 likes. 1 in 8. Be 1 in 8. Come on, over 1,000 likes on this video, and the most liked comment in the comments below will be getting a shout out if we do that. But subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram, and hit me up with a DM. It's in the pinned comment. We're going to build this community. We're going to talk about football. We're going to get it engaging. Q&A, you can throw ideas of what kind of videos I can be making. And finally, you guys wanted this, and I made it for you guys. Fantasy football. We've got over 67 people in the team at the moment. Fantasy football link is down there if you want to join in. It'll be fun, it'll test your knowledge, and it'll be great for the community, like I said. Let's go. We all love an expose, and it's evident that Monchi from Sevilla believed it was time to tell all. And Jules Kounde to Chelsea was already a mess last year when Monchi tried to pull a little thing where he just extended the deadline and said, you're paying the full transfer fee. But all of a sudden now, it's Chelsea that pulled out on the deal on him. The way this has worked out, I told you guys the deal was done. A lot of you said, I won't believe it. I said, I won't believe it until it's done. Because this window's made me have trust issues. Drake level trust issues. Trust issues. You know the song, what I'm talking about. Him and Justin Bieber remixing it up. Banger, old school. Chelsea had the deal set up on Thursday. The deal was agreed last week, Thursday. Chelsea had a fee agreed with the player. It was all about getting confirmation. Then Monchi says Chelsea started backtracking. Chelsea started saying, we don't know, we're not convinced on the profile, we don't know this, we don't know that. And then over the weekend, Barcelona on Monday came in with an offer Chelsea weren't willing to match and wrap the deal up. And now you tell me, what does this stink of? Because this stinks absolutely of lack of planning, lack of organization, and lack of availability. Now you tell me one thing, why on earth are we bidding on players that Thomas Tuchel has not signed off on? Because this is Thomas Tuchel saying, Bowley, Todd, Bowles, I don't want him, geezer. I absolutely don't want it. Let's have a nice glass of wine and I'll tell you who I want. I want Wesley Fofana. And this really frustrates me because when you actually think about it in logical standpoint, how can you agree a deal with the player, agree a deal with the club, and only then Tuchel gets an opinion? It blows my mind. It makes no sense. It is absolutely backwards. Tuchel's meant to tell you who he wants because we don't have a sporting director. But another thing, we don't need Tuchel to tell him who he wants. We need a sporting director to pick the players that he knows Tuchel will like. And this needs to be an overall club vision. It can't just be an individualistic, little by little part. This is very important to me. It should be important for Chelsea, and this is essential for squad building and planning ahead of the curve. A lot of people don't want to do that. A lot of people want, give Tuchel what he wants. It's short-term planning because I'm telling you now, in 2 years, the likelihood is Tuchel ain't going to be here. The likelihood is we're going to have a new manager and then you're going to have a whole host of players that don't suit him. There are rumours as well that Tommy Tuchel asked Kounde to play right wing back or right centre back. Well, that's all nonsense because Monchi said Chelsea weren't happy with the profile of the individual. So it is what it is. And now you know the truth. It's frustrating, it's annoying, but the truth shall set you free. Now let's get on with this game against tonight. So, ladies and jellyfish, unless you've been living under a rock, Chelsea's pre-season ends tonight. League starts next week. I can't wait. I'm absolutely gassed. But more importantly, the game tonight. We've got a beautiful game against Udinese away from home, and the squad has been released. And there are some notable absences in this squad. Number one, Levi Colwill, he did not get dropped. He's injured. So the kid's not going to be fit enough to play. I think there's a very good probability this kid's going to stay, because we haven't signed the number of centre-backs that we've been requesting, and I think he's going to get regular game time, and I think he's going to get just enough to keep him satiated for the whole season. He's going to get a Trevor Chalobah opportunity, and I think he's going to take it. Then you have Billy Gilmore and Harvey Vale coming back in, and Broja's back in the squad as well. Ross Barkley and our good friend Michy Batshuayi aren't in. And now I'm going to ask you one question, and I really need somebody to explain this, because this makes no sense. So if you're not going to take Michy and Barkley on pre-season now, why on earth did you take them to the US? Why did Billy and Harvey go get sent to the under-23s, but yet these players weren't? But yet you're not using them. They weren't part of your plans. It's just inconsistent planning. Like, if you have no intentions of using Billy Gilmore as a first-team member, why on earth is he going on a first-team pre-season game that is 1 week before the season started? You need to be given minutes to the players that you're going to trust. You need to be given minutes for the players that you know you're going to have faith in. It just makes no consistent sense. It just stinks of illogical planning, and it's something that I haven't been associating with Thomas Tuchel in his 18-month tenure. But recently, I can tell the pressure's getting to him. I can tell he's vexed. I can tell he's angry. I can tell he's getting upset. And his character and his treatment of individual players is starting to show. The stories that we were hearing at Dortmund and PSG about him being a difficult character to get along with, they're starting to surface at Chelsea Football Club. I know it's the early stages. I'm not trying to be reactionary. I'm not trying to cause hysteria. But I am trying to tell you, keep an eye on this one, because I'm starting to notice some stuff I don't like. And if I don't like something, I ain't shutting my mouth. This ain't that type of channel. I'm going to be saying it. I don't care how many of you get offended. It's the harsh reality. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Have you seen a change in Tuchel? When it comes to Callum Hudson-Odoi, I think it's fair to say that he's severely underachieved. The kid was touted to be amazing, a Ballon d'Or potential winner. Yet now, looking at his career, it looks like he's severely stagnated for no fault of his own, in my opinion. The kid has consistently shown good work ethic, good attitude, and persistence to try to be successful. However, injury problems have stagnated his career. Number one with the Achilles injury and a resurfacing of Achilles injury again this past summer. All of a sudden, he rushes back, and now it looks like Thomas Tuchel has given up on him. In my opinion, this is going to be a mistake. The kid has got good burst, he's got good vision for creating passes, good passing range, has to improve his productivity in front of goal, but that comes with regular minutes. I think with inconsistent minutes leads to inconsistent productivity. And when it comes to Callum Hudson-Odoi, you need to give him a fair opportunity. People don't want to give him the opportunity that a Ziyech, Pulisic, Werner, Havertz, Mount is receiving. They want to give him one. You can play right wing back, you can play left wing back, you can play up front today, you can play left side of the forward three. And it doesn't make sense because there's no consistency or built up in his game. The kid is talented, and the rumors coming out that Tuchel has lost faith and that he's going to potentially try to sell him on its critical weeks is worrying. Is Callum Hudson-Odoi going to be a Ballon d'Or winner like everyone thought he was going to be, and the second coming of Eden Hazard? No, but I think he's going to be a very good footballer in the future, and he's going to add something to Chelsea Football Club, so they better not sell him. But that's just my opinion, and that's the Kavkas View. Let me hear yours. And the final topic that we need to talk about is why Tuchel is going to improve us. Look, Tuchel has really improved Chelsea consistently in three main categories since he's taken over. Number one, with the goals scored. The goals scored have been amazing in comparison to the last 5 years. We have scored over 70 goals. I think it's 75 if I'm not mistaken from the research I did late last night in the Premier League, compared to Frank Lampard's season where we scored a lot of goals but leaked a lot at the same time, and Conte's, Sarri, and the joint combo between Frank and Tuchel. It didn't work out. Then you have the goals against. The goals against drastically decreased. We have conceded 33 goals. We have been consistently proficient keeping teams out. Yes, we've had a few bad occasions where we conceded and leaked a lot of goals, but inconsistent. This is displayed by our clean sheet record. 16 clean sheets is a lot of clean sheets. 19, 18 usually wins you the Golden Glove. Yet people want to say that we're boring to watch, we're not stable at the back, and we are not going in the right direction. Well, on a number standpoint, on a raw statistical standpoint, the empirical data shows us that we're going in a specific direction and it's positive. Yet people say stylistically it's boring to watch. I'm saying give it an opportunity. Let's see what happens this year. If we crack 80 points, we score 80 plus goals, we concede around about 30 to 35 goals, and we keep around about 19 clean sheets, we're going to be in a very good position to say we're missing 1 or 2 pieces to go and win that league title the year off. We're not going to win it this year. I want to maintain realistic expectations, and I don't want to lie to you guys. But this was the Kavkas View. I want to hear your thoughts. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Peace out. I'm out.